Hey everyone, and welcome to Plant-Based Cooking with John, your go-to channel for delicious plant-based recipes that won't break the bank. Whether you're a seasoned cook or just starting out, you'll find easy-to-follow recipes that use simple ingredients and basic kitchen equipment. On today's episode, we're going to be making Hawaiian burgers. So we'll have a nice little marinade to go with the burger, we'll have all the fixins, and we'll be topped with a delicious pineapple. So let's check it out. First things first, let's just quickly discuss the ingredients that we're going to be using. So first you'll need just some kind of ground beef, vegan ground beef. Now I have Impossible, you can get Beyond, I'm sure there's other brands you can get too, but just something that you can mold into a burger patty, or if they've already been shaped, even better, less work. You'll need a bun. So I just have these vegan burger buns right here, just any kind of burger bun. A little bit of cheese. I just have a vegan cheese slice, some slices here that I'm going to be using for that. And then on the burger too, we're going to be using a little vegan mayo. We're going to be using some Dijon mustard. We're going to be using some kind of lettuce. So I have this spring mix. You can use iceberg lettuce or any other kind of head lettuce, anything you want to use there. We're also going to use some pineapple slices. You can get the pineapple fresh, but I like this in the can because the rounds are what we're going to use to basically replace the tomato of the sandwich with a pineapple. So you have a nice little sweet bite. Also, this is good too because we're going to use some of the juice. And then speaking of the juice, basically we're going to be making the marinade, and you'll just need a couple ingredients for that. So first I have some soy sauce. We're also going to use some teriyaki sauce. We're going to use a little maple syrup to thicken it. And then last but not least, the pineapple juice, but also some fresh ground ginger. You can also use regular ginger, just mince it up really nicely. All right, to start things off, we're just going to form our patties with our beef that we have right here. I like to cut this in squares of 4 evenly, and I feel as though you get a little bit more of a meatier burger by using these quarter halves than you would if you buy them separate. They might be the same size, but I just feel like these are a little bigger. And you just want to form this into just a patty that will fit and go nicely on the bun. So just something like this. All right, now we're going to make our marinade. And so what we're going to do is just grab your teriyaki. You're going to measure a half cup of teriyaki and throw it in the pot. You're going to measure a half cup of soy sauce. Then we'll need 1 tablespoon of the maple syrup, 2 tablespoons of pineapple juice, and 1 tablespoon of your ground ginger. Once you have all those ingredients in, you'll just want to mix it all together to make sure everything is well incorporated. All right, I have my skillet that I'm going to be cooking the burger in. Also, just make sure that it has a lid because that'll really help to melt the cheese once we put that on there. And you'll notice here that I also have the marinade. So on the marinade, I'm going to put this on a low heat. And what we're doing here is we're just cooking all the ingredients together to get them well immersed. All right, the oil is hot enough, so I'm ready to put my burger here onto the skillet. And I'm just going to cook this down. And now that it's at a higher heat, I'm just going to take this down to about a low to medium heat. And while it's cooking, I'm just going to place this lid on here. And that way it'll trap in all that heat. I'm also stirring my sauce on the side, my marinade. And what this will do is it'll help cook the burger evenly without burning it. All right, my burger is ready for its first flip, so I'm just going to remove the lid here. give this a good flip. You can see that it's turned brown on the other side. Just a little patting down here. Make sure that the oil is beneath the burger so it avoids sticking. And on that second flip, I'm also going to take a pineapple ring and just put it right there in the pan as well. We'll shut the lid and we'll let it continue cooking until it's brown on the other side. All right, I'm now going to remove the lid here, and it does look brown on the other side. So it's not cooked all the way yet, and that's okay, because at this point, this is when we want to go ahead and soak it in that heated marinade. So I'm just going to take the burger patty and place it right here in the sauce. And what that's going to do is not only marinate the burger to where I want it to be, but it's also going to cook it a little bit within the sauce. I can also flip my pineapple, and basically what we're doing with the pineapple is while it is cooking, we're really just breaking the chill. All right, my burger's been marinating for about a minute, and so now I'm going to take this back out and put it back in the pan. And that way it'll cook in that marinade and kind of get in the inside of the burger since we didn't cook it all the way yet. Now what we can do is put this back on and let it cook nice and evenly so the sauce is distributed onto the burger. All right, it's been cooking for about a couple more minutes. Let's take this off here. And now we're just going to make sure that it's cooked all the way through. So you can just take a pair of tongs and just do a little pinch in the middle. And I can see that it's still red on the inside. So it's not quite ready to serve. So I'm going to flip this one more time. Give it a little pat down here. And let's put it back on and we can check it here in another couple minutes. All right, it's been a couple more minutes and I know my burger has to be close to the time here, and yes, it's actually brown on the inside, which is good. And before I serve it and put it on the patty, I'm going to actually dip it in the marinade one last time, and this will kind of basically double coat the burger so that it's even more flavorful when you pull it out. I'm going to let that sit in here for just a moment. All right, now I'm going to take the burger out since it's been marinated for another minute. It's super juicy, super delicious. Now what I'm going to do is completely take the heat off. I'm going to take a piece of cheese, put that right there on the patty, and then put the heated pineapple on top of there. And then with the heat off, I'm just going to put this back on, and that will trap the heat in and let the cheese melt. Vegan cheese is a little harder to melt than most cheese, but steam always seems to do the trick. So we'll just check that here in a couple minutes until it's melted to my preference. All right, the cheese is melted to my liking. So what I've done is I toasted my bun. I put some mustard on the bottom bun, some mayo, and then some of my leafy greens. And I'm just going to take the burger and put it right there on the bun. Close it up, and now you have a delicious Hawaiian burger. All right, there you have it, your delicious Hawaiian burger. You have the pineapple, the cheese, the marinated meat. It looks delicious. Let's give it a try. I love the sweet savory combo. Some people like it, some people don't. But man, the flavor is just all there. The teriyaki, amazing. The maple you can't taste, but it kind of congeals the sauce to the burger. And then that bite of sweet pineapple when you eat it, it's all so good. For storage, you can keep the marinade in the fridge closed in a container for about a week. Cook the burgers fresh when you go, and just pour that marinade back into the pan or the pot like we did here. And that way you can have it soaking, but I feel like with this method, and you dip it twice, you get a lot of that flavor. So it doesn't necessarily need to marinate. Plus, you always have a fresh burger instead of just reheating a burger that's already cooked. All right, that does it for this episode. Thanks again for watching. Definitely hit the alert bell, like, subscribe, and until then, we'll see you next time. Be healthy, everyone.